All right, what's going on? What it is, what it done did, that's what it do. Hey, once again, sitting back, you know what I'm saying, downloads dropping low, rising high. You heard me? Demystifying this crap. Yeah. And by the way, I am not down for the rap industry as they have it. You know, I just understand the power in rhyming. You know, even when you look at the Matrix, when they show wizards and witches and casting spells, it was in the rhythm. It was in the rhythm. And that was a central part of casting a spell, was the rhythm. And the more power they wanted to add to the spell was the words that were chosen and their relation in the focus of the rhythm. You know, like those by the power of three, them that Charmed series, when they would try to do a spell, you know, invocation, however you say that word. When they were trying to do it, they would have, they would write the spell or look at the Book of Shadows or what they've been working on at journals and pages that they had wrote. And they couldn't figure out why that spell didn't work. Well, one of them would go back and look at what was said and say, probably because this word, see, you canceled out the energy that you was actually trying to bring forth. So she would cross that word out and insert a superior frequency in line with the focus of what was trying to be invoked or evoked. Okay, therefore rap, rhyme, and rhythm is necessary. Okay, even when we go to program the subconscious in the I ams, as Lord Okili Osai brought forth to many of us who knew not, and also Gaia and everyone else. Okay, we do not hold and for the gods, we do not hold title to anything. We already know everything is in us and has always been us. So, you know, no one came out with anything, you know, because we all created it. So I can grab a hold of anything I would like. So can you, because we created it. I am because we are. And within this rhyme and rhythm, okay, we must stay in control of the rhythm. You know, it's a lot of things I wanted to talk about, and I'm only going to get to about maybe 3 of them. All right, on this particular volume. But let's just go. Wait. Let's stay on the rhythm and the rhyme right there, real quick. Rap. You know, I may choose a few raps, anyone, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not holding myself encapsulated in every aspect. But I try to get to the song that really encapsulate as much aspect as I manifest, okay? Now, in the rhyme and in the witch making a spell, the rhyme or the rhythm is the most trusted thing that counts. The words is the most trusted thing that counts. Now, I'm looking on the side that makes things work. I'm not looking at the side that they say is a spell, is a spell against self, because if you conceive that, You know, I used to conceive that at one point in time until my frequency raised and said, that's no longer necessary for you. Because only thing I would need to do now is to advance, which means be faster than the agent that's working in my body to cancel me out. I have to work fast. I have to move faster than that. Any virus, any germ warfare, you can move faster than that. You can move. I know you can move faster than Neo. So what I do is these spells, these words, you know, and things of this nature that they say is a spell, like saying let me see a good illustration. Well, I'm gonna have to just use anything. They say that eating, okay? When you eat something, they say it could be this, it could be that. It could be this, it could be that. You know, they put this and that and this. So every association when you say the word eat or hungry, all right, it associates with a blockage, with a logarithm, some stuck energy somewhere up in there. You know, it's not free to circulate. It's not free to go out and come back to you when you say the word, I'm finna eat. Because now your mind, the matrix has associated everything that you've been through, all those sigils that you've seen on the commercials, all the things that your moms and parents and people around you that have been saying, all these ads in the newspaper, all these bus rides with all these lights and advertisements hit your ass in the head. See? So instead of saying eat, I become faster than the agents that's working against me. I'll say something like, I'm about to transmute some energy into the energy that will sustain and maintain me. Something in that nature. So I'm telling and programming my subconscious mind that only thing I'm going to do is to transmute some energy into a substantiated energy, high frequency, that will maintain and sustain me and propel me. Okay? And that is now locked in and channeled. And now new neurons, new pathways is opened up in my head that they say, which I never have believed, we only use 7 to 10% of our brain power. We know how that is for those who choose to use 7 and 10% of their brain power. All right? Now, and all these other words that may be a curse, you understand? Just be faster than that agent. Transmute that word and that energy. Transmute it. You the alchemist, right? Now let's move on. All right. This one dynamic is actually saying more than everybody has spoke on, okay? Because they just thought they had enough by saying that when the eyes, the two eyes that's, you know, this sticking halfway out your face is looking at something, the image is actually flipped upside down by the third eye. They go no more further, you know. At least I haven't heard some go a little bit more farther. But they don't necessarily have to go farther. You should have took it further. Don't get hung up on just what somebody say. To advance. Advance on every step. Every step of the way, you are going closer to what you see. And when you get closer to something, you should be able to see it better. So no matter what a person, go back and revisit all this type of shit that we've been talked about. We've been talking about and been talked to about. And advance on each sentence. Stop. You know, get to the end of that sentence. Stop. Don't use the dictionary to look up the words. Take your knowledge and advance that first sentence. And then when you get to understanding like you just looked in your dictionary, then advance to the next sentence. Stop. Open up the Makastis records and take it. Advance. All right, now let's get to this eye flipping contradiction here. All right, now subconsciously, the I inside of I am, you know, that I that looks exactly like that I that they had in a place, trapped source energy called Kemetan, Egypt, Okilio-Silan. No, yes, okay, yeah. And that place right there, that eye is what's in the middle of your head. You know, side view, illumination of the brain even appears in symmetry to the eye. Now, that eye takes it and flips it upside down, whatever we see. Okay? Yeah, I know you know that. But did you know this? Or did you knew all this, what I'm finna connect these dots on. To flip something, if something is facing east, and if it flipped, which way would it be facing? It'd be facing west, right? That is a 180-degree turn. That means, now let's go metaphysical. We go in on this. If it's a 180-degree difference between what the fuck you are seeing in front of you. See, don't just go with the upside down shit. The upside down, okay, yeah, okay. And then you just go right past it. No. That means this is a 180-degree difference. It means that it simply means that it is the opposite of what it appears. It is the opposite of what it appears. Opposite. It is the opposite. Now, when you know, you see, we say a lot of these things, he appeared as a friend. Things of that nature, or just opposite of whatever it is. And we can go advance even further, all right? Opposite. If you see a structure, you actually see a 180-degree turn of what you're seeing in truth, told by the inner eye, spoke by the inner eye, seen by the inner eye. Okay? So when you see a structure, there shouldn't be a structure. 180-degree difference. It means it is the opposite of what is being looked upon. Now, what is the opposite of a structure? Don't get lost in this. I'm not complicating things. Just make simple. Remember, you're a child now. A child. You could say, I don't know. But just be a child with what you're guessing at. Or what you're looking at. Just be a child with it. Don't go too far. It appears that we're going far, and we're not. Because if it flips upside down, that means simply it's a 180-degree difference. If it is the opposite of what you're seeing, we're still on board. We're still on basis. All right? See? Now, I won't even go into all that. But you consider. And then advance on everything and bring it to source so we can see. You know? These are them arms that we have. You know? These are those eyes that's in all of eyes. All right? I'm going to hit one more thing. We are to be naked before the Lord. You heard that before? We are to be naked before the Lord. A lot of people know that we must be returned to source becoming naked, walking around naked, you know, in order to absorb this frequency. See, that's not a sun out there. It is a source of a frequency through a hologram that is projected that and everything gives off a frequency and animates an energy. Everything animates an energy. Okay? Now, check this out. I mean, if it's shot out there, it's projected out there. It becomes real. So understand that too. Understand that. Understand exactly what I just said before this. The flipping of the 180 degree. You keep that in mind as you hear this. All right? We are to be naked before the Lord. To be naked before the Lord, let me just use the Bible. They were naked until they ate from the tree, and then they tried to cover themselves. But they were naked before their Lord, all right, in the story, in the allegory, because they had, at that time, knew not that they were lords. So this one Lord took over or had the power to create something that knew not what it was, because the source energy inside of it could not reveal itself inside to what it was in, to the vehicle. Just like when you jump into a Cadillac or a Pinto, you can't reveal yourself to the car. The car just moves because you told it to. It starts up because you turned the ignition. It started up because you had supplied energy from a battery that you placed in this car. It works because you have made it possible that it rises up off the ground because of the air that you put in between the object or automobile or vehicle from its docking area or ground or wherever it is stationed, anchored, whatever. All right? Now let's ride right back to being naked. Naked before the Lord. In the Bible, they grabbed covers. They made something that looks like an apron over their private parts. All right. Covers and veils. Chants and spells. We are to be naked before the Lord. Stripping. We are to strip everything we see. We must bring everything back to its naked state, its pure essence. The energies that is in us is the energies that is only needed to project the power of it all, meaning almighty. Almighty. Powers of the Almighty interacts in you. And you are to be naked. Don't clothe yourself. Don't put veils upon this. Don't put covers around yourself. You are to be naked before the Lord. The covering, you covering behind what? What energy signature have you allowed and agreed and signed contracts with to cover you or try to shield you from your Lord? The Anunnaki? Come on. We are picture people. You know? Come on. What are you going to try to shield yourself from your Lord? Meaning you are the Lord. You are shielding yourself with covers and veils, chants and spells. Others chants and spells. Make your own. You can rap. If you ask anybody, can you rap? And they say no, and then give it a try. They're going to come out with their own rhythm. They're going to come out with their own words. They're going to come out with their own intelligence. All right? And first of all, they have to choose what, they're just going to start rapping. You call it freestyle. 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 We are to be naked before the Lord. Put no God before me. We are to be naked before the Lord. Covers and veils, chants and spells, rhythms. Bring it together well. Flip mode, 180 degrees simple opposition. Rhythm is the truest thing that counts. Tie it all in. And you will win. There will be no departures here.